Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey. Take it away, boys.
Hey, we're there. We're here.
Yes, sir.
Better late than never.
I guess so.
This is Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey, episode 48. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
48.
So, what's up with you, Brandon? I know you just got off a plane.
Literally nothing.
Where'd you go?
It's in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Fort Worth?
Huh?
I said, who doesn't like Fort Worth, Texas?
Me?
They got the Dallas Cowboys store there
Yeah, that was stupid.
in their airport.
Oh yeah, every airport in Texas has a Cowboy store.
How many is there? I didn't think there was that
There's
many.
Dallas, Love Field. There's DFW. There's Houston. There's
I think it'll only be in DFW.
there's a few.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, today, my inventory for my store, and we got we're getting this puppy trained and working on.
Are you though?
I'm working on it. Did you notice when you came in the front yard, we got the yards done?
Yeah, you did. You did rocks.
Yeah, we got the rocks put in, and so we're a little bit at a time. Everything costs a lot of money, so materials are expensive right now. But that's what we're doing right now.
Noise.
Yes, sir. So I say we jump right on in this bitch.
And this biatch.
Biatch.
It's trailer time. It's trailer time. It's trailer time. Trey wants to the trailers. Sit your ass down. It's time for the trailers.
We're not quite as energetic as usual. People have been up since 3, and he just got off a plane, so he's kind of jet lagged. So
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah,
But we're putting it
bitch.
out for you guys. So the first trailer I got for you is it's a movie called Trap. This is M. Night Shyamalan's new movie. It's about a guy who takes his daughter to a concert, a pop concert, and they found out it's a trap to catch a serial killer, and you find out the guy who brought his daughter is the serial killer. So he's got to find a way to get out of this concert area without getting caught by the cops.
So you're supposed to be on the side of the serial killer?
I guess so. I guess it's that's the twist in this one, is that the serial killer's trying to get away.
Oh,
So-
okay.
We'll find out. It's coming out August the 9th. The next thing I got for you is Deadpool and Wolverine put a new trailer out, like a big trailer. Came out a couple days ago. It's got a bunch of like reveals to it.
Again.
You're not gonna watch anymore.
Stupid. Just utterly stupid.
What do you mean? Because you don't want to see anything else?
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we've talked about it in length.
Right.
I think it's stupid. Put one out. You're not going to get anyone who's going to go see it is already going to go see it. What's the point?
Well, they're
So ruin the movie.
They're saying
To ruin the movie.
that Hugh Jackman's not wearing the Wolverine mask because they want to get the general audience to come see it, because they think that it would throw people off if he was wearing the Wolverine mask in every scene. But they're saying that the scenes that he's been in the trailer are going to have the mask on. So
I'm just saying.
there's some cool stuff. I mean, we got to see this giant Ant-Man skull where Xavier's twin sister, she's the big villain in this one.
Yeah.
And so she comes walking out of this giant Ant-Man skull as her ship, and she's got her own little crew of X-Men. It's going to be interesting. We'll see, because it seems like it's going to be in the same, feel as the other Deadpool movies. A lot of F words and, a lot of fun gags and stuff like that. So we'll see. Obviously we're going to go see it. So, all right. The next thing I got for you is it's a movie called Blink Twice. This is directed by Zoe Kravitz.
Kravitz?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. This is coming out August 23rd. It's starring Shannon Tatum. He's this like rich millionaire who has he meets these two girls and brings them to his private island. So they have a party with a bunch of his friends, and then shit starts going awry. They start having spaces in their memory where they can't remember what's going on, and one of the girls, her friend, disappears, and she starts thinking that she might have killed him or something like that. It's a suspense film. It might be good. Might give it a go.
All right. Okay.
There was a trailer for a new Transformers called Transformers One. This is a fully animated Transformers film,
Oh yeah, I saw this.
and this is like a prequel. They're still on Cybertron. It's before Optimus becomes Optimus Prime. It's before Megatron becomes Megatron.
Oh, so it's gonna be stupid.
You get to see how they first get their ability
they're not
to
gonna be
transform.
Yeah, but they're not gonna transform into like
Well,
cars.
They do.
How?
I don't know.
There's no such. They don't know what they haven't been to a planet. This stupid. Stupid.
We'll see. It looks interesting. So that's looking pretty good. That's going to come out in September. The next thing I got for you is Hitman. This is a Netflix movie. It's about a guy who plays he plays this hitman for all these different clients to kind of like he catches killers who tries to have, they hire him to get like put a hit out on their like significant other, and he turns them in. But when he becomes part of he gets hired, and all of a sudden the girl that hires him, he gets framed for a murder. He's got to figure out who did it and why they did it. So it could be good. I like a good suspense every once in a while. They did another full-length trailer for Longlegs. This is the Nicolas Cage murder movie involving the occult. This is coming out 7/12. The next thing I got for you is called Daddio. This is starring Dakota Johnson and Sean Penn. It's more of a slice of life movie about Dakota Johnson's character gets into a taxi, and it's kind of she kind of meets this taxi driver and kind of talks to him, and they go over their life problems and things like that. It looks interesting. I like those kinds of dramas sometimes. The next thing I got for you is called so this is they had a longer trailer for The Watchers. So this is a Shane Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm.
This is M. Night's daughter.
Yeah, the one we talked about.
Yeah, so they had a longer trailer for this. It kind of shows how the main character gets caught up into the little like cage area where they're being watched, and it looks like spirits or something. They don't really give too much away. There's a hole where they're like being tossed as like sacrifices, and we'll see. M. Night Shyamalan's movie, I guess his daughter. This is the second or third movie she's done, but we'll see. He's kind of in the same vein of as her dad. So
Okay.
The next thing I got for you is called The Exorcism. This is starring Russell Crowe. It's about he joins a cast of characters trying to make a horror film, and they say that on all these different horror films that weird stuff happens, like The Omen and stuff like that. In this one, the same thing happens. Russell Crowe becomes like possessed, and I guess they're trying to exorcise the demon from him as in the movie. I don't know. Looks kind of
Exorcism.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The next thing I got for you is a Netflix film coming out May 24th. It's called Atlas. This is starring Jennifer Lopez. It's a sci-fi movie about the guy who was in Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rogue AI that's a bad guy, and so she's going to hunt him down.
Okay.
And she ends up getting in like a mech armor suit, and they're like, it's just a sci-fi flick.
Oh, stupid. That sounds stupid.
The next thing I got for you is something I thought that could be interesting. It's called Robot Dreams. It's about anthropomorphic animals, and they go on an adventure. This dog, he orders a robot as a friend, and they go on an adventure together, and it's supposed to be a family friendly movie with laughter and stuff like that. It should be good. It looks at the animation's kind of look kind of like Cartoon Networky a little bit.
Okay.
So might give it a go. It looks fun. So pretty much all the trailers I have for you for this week.
All right. Trailer. It's going to start getting busy.
Yes.
Lots of movies coming out.
this summer, and it's going to be the summer blockbusters.
Woo!
Let's go.
Hey, Trey. What? Guess what time it is? What time is it? It's fucking TV time.
Hooray.
Hooray. It's TV time.
It is TV time. So the first TV show I have for you for this week is it's a TV show on HBO Max. It's a little older. It's called The Outsider. This is based off the Stephen King novel.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
It's starring Jason Bateman. He is just a regular family guy who gets entangled in like this thing where he is arrested for the murder of a child, and he's like, and they have cameras and they have footage and they have evidence of him being in like a white van, and he lures the kid away and kills him. But he's got footage of himself across the country at the same time, and so it's kind of a like a suspense kind of like spirit thing where it seems like the spirit of dread is hopping from people to people through like if they come in contact they get like cut or something. He ends up possessing them.
Yeah.
And so they end up killing people, and so in the dread that they get from actually being put in jail for these crimes, their like family starts killing themselves. And so it's just a take on the Stephen King book. I've enjoyed it so far. I'm about 5 episodes in. It's a 8-episode series. So we'll see.
Nice.
If I had to give it a rating, it would probably be so far probably Knuckle Bump.
Knuckle bump. All right.
The acting's been really good. The cinematography is really good. And it's not so crazy where it's like, like ghost and stuff. You don't see any of that stuff. It's more or less just, people getting like, they have this infection on the back of their neck where it's like a pussy bubble kind of stuff on the back of their neck.
Yeah.
And that's how you can tell they've been possessed.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen it.
So, could be good.
I watched the whole thing.
You did?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Nice.
Saw it like a year ago.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
From what I remember, yeah, I remember it being weird.
Nice. Let me keep on going.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing I got for you is it's called Unlocked. It's a jail experiment. This was on Netflix, and it's
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
so this is 8 episodes. So me and you were from Arkansas, and so in Placid County.
Speak for yourself.
Actually, you're from Georgia. I'm from Arkansas.
Dumb bitch.
But we moved from Arkansas to live here. But anyways, on the cell block, this sheriff has decided that he's going to open all the doors and let them and there's not be any cops sitting there, and just see what the cell block does. It gives them 40 days, and if things don't go crazy, they keep the doors open.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5 days in, they start making hooch. They start making cigarettes.
Fighting.
Drugs start coming in there. For as open and as different as all the people were that were in the cell block, there's not really that much fighting that happens because they have this older guy who kind of keeps everybody in line, and he gets disrespected and he decides he's not going to do it anymore, and that's when shit goes awry.
Yeah.
And they start partying and everything, and they kind of get it shut down. And by the end of it, though, I guess they decide that it worked. Like they kind of came together as a community inside their cell block, and it seemed like they were, they were talking and trying to make themselves better by the end of it. They had to get a few bad apples out of there. There was a couple guys. Like one guy was, he was like wanted to do self-harm. Another guy he was the one that was bringing pills in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so they kind of got rid of him. I mean, once they got rid of those guys, it seemed like it went pretty good. It's interesting to see, if the things that we put on people inside the jail actually make them worse or make them better. So
Yeah, it's a strange predicament.
I mean, because in this jail they were 23-1. They were in the cell for 23 hours and they had 1 hour a day.
Yeah, it's a fine line because like prisons obviously supposed to submit to punish people in a quote unquote humane way.
Right.
But in 9 times out of 10, what happens is those people become institutionalized.
Right.
And I think it's something like 80% are reoffenders or some crazy stat like that.
Ask our brother.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems like it's a rough predicament of how to handle those people and what's the best way to punish people when they do wrong, because I think there's somewhere in society for that, and there's got to be a limit. There's got to be a reason why bad people. You try to prevent bad people from doing bad things, but at the end of the day, bad people do bad things.
It's
That's
true.
just the way it is.
I think it would be better for these kind of people if they were more programmed inside of jail to help them get.
Yeah, I think it's got to be. You've got to. I think what the biggest problem is, it's like a one size fits all is what they try to do.
Right, and that doesn't work.
So
for
one type
everybody.
of prison for all types of criminals. I mean, I don't think that's the right way to go about it.
Right.
I think like obviously you have your serious offenders, your murderers, your people who assault people. Like anytime like violent crimes, like those people should be put away, locked and key,
But
and thrown away.
Should a drug user be in the
No.
same jail as a serial killer?
No, I don't, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It can't be cookie cutter.
Right.
You know, someone who robs someone, well, they obviously have a problem.
Yeah.
And so as someone who and then what they say is like 9 times out of 10 too is people who rob people are robbing them for drugs, robbing them to go sell it, then to buy drugs,
Yeah, it was interesting in this that
not to go pay their mortgage.
they had guys that some of them were thieves, some of them were drug dealer or drug users forever, and they had some guys that were killers. They were
That's what I'm saying.
and I'm like, well, how can all these same people be on the same cell block? I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
just
make
don't-
any sense.
But that's just the way they view the prison system, and they're like, "Well, we can't do that." I was like, "Yes, you can." I was
Yeah.
like, "Ship them off." I was like, "Ship them off to different states and say, okay, or different facilities. Okay, this is where all the killers are gonna go, and that way if they kill each other, whatever,
Yeah,
they deserved it.
crazy.
Yeah, whatever.
If I had to rate this one, it would be. I liked it, but it was just. It's like any other like prison show you've ever seen. So I'd probably go Glance Across the Room.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 8 episodes. That's on Netflix. I've continued on with these X-Men 97.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen?
I watched up this episode 4.
Okay, so you've seen what's Gambit Die. I think that was episode 4.
Episode 3, then.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, sorry. Spoilers for everybody. So Gambit has been killed, and Jubilee's not taking it well, and so
Even though she's a cheating bitch.
yes, because she was cheating with
Yeah, she's a whore.
Magneto.
kidding.
But anyways, so after that episode, we have an episode where we have Storm. So because she lost her powers, and so she's with this guy that can build everything. I forget his name, but they're on a little side thing where she's scared about having her powers, and so by the end of the episode, she gets her powers back. And then so we get to the next episode after that, and yeah, it's just it's been pretty good. There's 3 more episodes left, so this week starts a 3-part finale
Okay.
of the I don't know if it's the end of the series or if it's just the season.
Yeah,
They haven't
bet
quite
you
announced
been,
yet.
But how it goes, I would assume.
But overall, the series has been pretty good. I would say with this, it's probably a knuckle bump. That's so far how the series went.
Okay.
What do you think so far? You've seen 3 episodes, so you got
okay.
a little bit. Yeah.
It's okay.
What do you
It's
think about
more
the animation? You think it's good?
I think it's more nostalgia than anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if if I hadn't watched the old ones, I don't know if I would have watched this.
Right.
I'll finish it, but I don't know if I would have if not for
The original.
the original. And even then, I don't remember half the shit that happened. That's why
Oh, I
I
did-
didn't watch that YouTube video because I was like, I don't remember any of this shit.
Yeah, I didn't get very far. I didn't get to the part where she left the planet or any of that.
Yeah, I apparently Xavier's off on some planet trying to get healed. He's not really dead. He's off on some planet trying to get healed.
And they added that because he was supposed to have been dead. They just took him at the end of the series.
Yeah,
the
but
last
they never
series.
confirmed. She
Yeah.
said, "I'm taking him back to my planet to try to save him."
Yeah.
and then
And they
so-
really did.
Yeah.
Because
all right.
all right. The next thing I got for you is called Ninja Kami. This is an anime. It's about
the HBO one.
yes.
Yeah, we talked about this.
You won't.
I talked about it.
Well, now I've watched it.
Oh,
Just a quick recap. This guy was part of a ninja clan. He leaves it, and they come and kill his family. And so he's on a mission to kill the guys who killed his family.
okay.
I thought the animation was good. I think the music quality is really good. I think the mix of like hip hop and rock music throughout has been pretty good. Yeah, I would say with that, I would probably give it. That'd be a knuckle bump as well. I think the animation style is really good.
Nice.
Qualities there. I watched a stand up. This is by I think it's Akash Singh.
Akash Singh.
Yes.
Okay.
He has a YouTube. He did a new stand up like a month ago.
Mhm.
Really funny. The only thing I had an issue with is that it didn't seem like his comedy was for everyone. It seemed like he aimed it towards his people. That the Indian people that were in the crowd.
Racist.
I wasn't being racist.
Racist.
That's not
Cancel
true.
him. Cancel. No. Yeah, no, he talks about it a lot. That's if you go back and watch his YouTube, he talks he hones in on that a lot. He talks about it a lot. It's just what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, if that's where your comedy, where you've learned to do your comedy, that's what it's
He
gonna be.
he does the Fragrant 2 podcast with Andrew Schultz.
Oh, didn't know that.
That's where his popularity.
Yeah, I just heard him on Rogan the other day, and I figured I'd give him a chance.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. With that, his stand up, I'd probably give his stand up it's probably a knuckle bump on that one. I mean, it's not super funny, but I had a couple where I was giggling.
You know who fell off? Andrew Schultz. I don't like him anymore.
Which one is he?
He's Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, but what has he done?
I don't know.
I
Comedy?
would have to see a picture of him to see who he is.
Yeah, okay.
I watched. So I've watched the first episode of The Tracker. It's a CBS action dramedy.
Okay.
This is starring Justin Hurtley. If you would know him from Smallville, he played the Green Arrow, and he got his start with soap operas back in the day. But that was what he was from. He did the Green Arrow on Smallville.
Okay.
The show is actually pretty good. I mean, he's playing a guy who goes around city to city, and he takes like when they give like money for like finding people, he does those kind of jobs. So
Like rewards.
yeah, he's a reward guy, and you get to see how he got to that. His dad was like kind of crazy. And so he raised him out in like a cabin in the woods and like had him do all this stuff, like learn how to track and learn how to, climb and all this stuff and survive out in the woods. And we get to see further like his family story because his brother like pushed his dad off a cliff and like killed him, but there's some kind of family secret that they haven't talked about yet. So we'll find out about that. The first episode is a kid gets kidnapped by a guy that the kid thinks is his father, but it's not. Because he hasn't met his father in a long time.
Okay.
The action's good. It just seems like I always hate when they're in a car and they use a green screen in the background. I hate that shit so much. It just never looks
Just
real.
have him drive through the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, why not?
Because someone on the street could be flipping someone off, and they have to get their right. they have to get the rights to use their faces because it's on a commercial screen. That's why they don't do. That's why they don't do that. Just so you know.
With this, I'd probably give it a nod across the room.
Okay. So
yeah.
it's not great.
It's not great. It's okay. So the last thing I got for you for TV this week is going to be we watched the first 3 episodes of Knuckles.
Okay. How's that going?
It's actually pretty good. Is it Idris Elba?
Idris.
Idris Elba. So he's doing the voice of Knuckles through the entire series.
Right.
So we get Sonic and Tails in Knuckles.
Nuck. Can I call you Nuck?
They try to say that. He says
I'm
no.
Nuck if you bug. Well, I Nuck and if you bug, and I'm ready to fight.
So you only get him in the first episode. It's more of like a buddy comedy road trip kind of thing with Knuckles and this one guy who he wants Knuckles to come play bowl with him. And Knuckles is trying to train the guy to be like a warrior. And so he says his warrior battlefield is the bowling alley. And so he goes, "Oh, cool." And so they kind of buddy up and they're on adventures. And the first episode, Knuckles is at their house with Sonic and Tails, and things are not working out because Knuckles wants to train to be a warrior and defend the planet, and Tails and Sonic are just like, we just chill out. We won. We beat Dr. Robotnik. And so, he meets up with the guy who at the bowling alley, and he gets it napped. And so the next episode is the guy tries to save Knuckles.
Yeah.
And he does, but it's just silly. It's really funny. I think the action's good. I think the animation on all the characters looks really good. It's pretty close to the movies. So if I had to Yeah, rate that one again. I'd probably go knuckle bump on this one as well. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Nice. I'll have to give it a go then.
Yep. So that's all the TV I got.
Oh, the TV. Guess what time it is, Trey?
What time is it?
It's
Hey, Trey.
not that one.
It's a movie.
It's a premiere. It's a movie premiere.
That's funny. All right, I got some movies for this.
Yay.
Yay! All right. So first thing I got is I watched Dune Part 2.
Oh, nice. A little late, but I guess.
I mean, you watched it, so you went over it pretty good. I just want to give you my thoughts. I think the movie, it's long and not a lot happens.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, and it ends like the guy gets what he wants. Timothy Chalamet, like he gets what he wants, but like it doesn't even like you don't even get the spoils of it. So you have to wait for the next movie to really see him take over. And I don't know. It's okay. I mean, he asked for the princess's hand, and what's her name? The girl from Spider-Man.
What?
The girl from Spider-Man.
Oh, Zendaya.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, girl, I always love you, but guess what? I'm taking her hand. I'm becoming the king. And I was like, okay, good enough. So I can't really recommend these Dune movies. I didn't think either one of them were very good.
I thought they were okay.
Yeah. So, the next thing I got for you is I watched the DC animated movie Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2.
See, I haven't watched part 2 because I was waiting for. Well, I haven't watched part 1. I was waiting for part 2 to come out.
So 2 is out. I bought it.
All right, it's on the dudes.
It is. This one is a lot more complicated than the last one.
Okay.
Like we start really getting into like some comic book bullshit.
Yeah.
So if
Comic book bullshit.
it's just a lot of like them explaining a lot of things that are happening. We finally get to see the Anti-Monitor. Exactly.
I don't know what that means.
Kinda at the end.
Here we go.
So you get to see the Monitor save Supergirl, but he's not supposed to save anybody. He's just supposed to watch.
He's a watcher.
Yeah. I would say the animation is really good. It's cool to see Batman Beyond and that Will Friedle is doing the voice again. So if you like the Batman Beyond series, you'll get a kick out of that. He doesn't talk much, so I'm like, Will Friedle didn't have to do much work for this. You get to see all the Bat family. You get to see a Damian. You get to see Tim Drake. You get to see, I mean, Nightwing. It's interesting. I mean, we're going into part 3. And
is there going to be a part 3?
there is going to be part
All
3.
right, well, I'll watch them all 3 back to back.
You're going to be waiting there for 7 hours. No, it's actually probably about 4.5.
About 2 hours or a little under 2 hours each.
Yeah, they're about an hour and a half per movie.
Word.
So yeah, the animation style is good. It's just, I feel like the story, 3 movies is too much for one story. I mean, nobody's got 4 hours to sit there and watch them. Unless you're watching the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
That's just like 6 hours.
Are you watching Dune? Dune is 3.5 hours. So if you watch both of them back to back, you're committing to like 5.5, 6 hours right there.
That's a waste of time. Oh, anyways,
Just saying.
so if you've enjoyed the newer style on the Warner Brothers animated movies for
Right.
DC, then you would enjoy
So you think
this.
it's a little bit of a miss, a uncommon miss for DC animated series.
I don't think it's a miss. I think we could have told this. It should have been 2 movies.
Okay, condensed it down to
Yeah,
2 movies.
yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it.
no, the animation and the voiceover and everything's really good. It's just it's too long.
All right. Okay.
So if I had to give it a rating, it would probably be. Usually these are high fives for me, but I'm probably gonna go knuckle up with this one.
All right. Okay.
Um,
You heard it here first. Trey hates DC.
that's it.
That's what I heard.
The next thing I got for you is I watched Late Night with the Devil.
Okay.
So-
I told you what it was gonna be, so you didn't. There wasn't gonna be no surprises. But go ahead.
So I think the movie is good until the end.
That's what I said.
I think they jumped the shark. Like
Yeah, that's what I said.
it went off a cliff. I'm like, okay, so we're staying on this one person, and then all of a sudden you go into his mind.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, wait, no, why?
Yep. Did you notice the skull guy that I was talking about?
I did.
He
He didn't talk to anybody. He was just creepy as shit.
Right.
And he didn't say nothing.
He
And-
seemed like he was going to be part of
and he
it,
has
and then
nothing
he
to
just
do with
walks out at the end. I was like, okay.
Although I thought some of the people in the audience were going to get killed, and they didn't.
yeah.
It was everybody that was on the stage. So, interesting. Unfortunately for that one, I'm going to give a kick in the shin. I think the acting was good, but I think there wasn't much of a story, and they tried to like wrap it up with a bow at the very end, and the very end of the movie is not done very well.
Yeah, it seemed like they had an idea, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a cool idea, but they didn't know how to execute the ending of it.
Correct.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. So kick in the shin for me for that one.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
similar to my score.
Yeah. Okay. So the last thing I got for you is I watched Rebel Moon Part 2.
Okay. So this just came out. So those who don't want to hear it, like always, no one
Yes.
gives a shit.
Yeah, we don't really have a skip ahead feature.
Yeah.
Um,
Skip ahead to 2 minutes and fuck your mother.
I have issues with this movie.
Just like we had issues with the first one.
So yeah, this movie is about an hour 45.
Real quick,
Yeah.
before you go on there.
'Kay.
If I hear one more, but it's not Zack Snyder's fault. At some point,
Yeah.
it's his fucking
Yeah,
fault.
it's his fault.
At some point, we'll release the Snyder Cut. It's like, no. How about he make the movie
Yeah.
and then say, hey, I'm not making this movie unless I get to edit and release it.
Correct.
It's not being a pussy and
Yeah.
then going back and saying, well, guys, I made such a better version.
Yeah.
You know what you did? You don't know how to cut a movie. You don't know how to present a story.
Yeah.
You can direct as far as like the in scene, like your photo photography is great.
Gorgeous.
So maybe you're not a great director. Maybe you need to find an editor
Yeah.
who can come in and actually give you a proper storyline, because his storylines are all over the place. But go ahead, hour and 45 minutes. Just had to put that out there. If I see one more goddamn comment on Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter, or Instagram saying, but it's actually good if you think about it.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
First hour of this movie,
Of an hour and 45-minute movie. Okay.
bad.
Are we picking up directly off? Or are they kind of like, oh, here's?
Oh, they are.
okay,
They pick you up
some
right
shit.
up. They come to the farmlands
Where
to
the
the
robot take over, or there's the robot dude.
Yep. They come to these farmlands and they start getting these people ready for a fight.
Damn.
Because the Empire, you know what? I was looking at this and I was like, holy there are so many like callbacks to Star Wars in this damn movie. And there is. Well, so for people who don't know, this movie when it was originally done, this is part of a script that Zack Snyder wanted to do as a Star Wars movie, a rated R Star Wars film. And they said no. So he decided, I'll make my own universe. There is a 30-minute scene in the beginning of this movie where they are chopping wheat in slow-mo, getting the wheat ready and prepared
That's stupid.
for harvest. And, and I thought about this. I go, why? Why are we doing this? So I watched a little making of thing at the end. It's like they put it on HBO Max. Yeah. Or no, Netflix. It's like 28 minutes. And, Deborah Snyder is like, oh, we wanted to make the wheat like a character, like make it important.
Okay.
On their set to decide, if they were going to, how long they were going to take to shoot, they actually grew wheat on their set.
That's stupid.
Like a giant field of wheat.
That's so dumb.
Okay. Like I said, 30 minutes of slow-mo, everybody in the film getting wheat prepared.
That's dumb.
And so, you get this, you get the bad guy from the last movie, how he got killed. Okay.
Yeah.
He's in a tank, being fixed.
Okay.
Okay. That's Darth Vader.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, they showed that at the end of the movie, though.
right.
But he's not in a tank getting fixed. It's a clone, right?
No, it's him. They got him in a tank and they're fixing him.
I think they said something about him uploading his memory that they can switch bodies. But I guess that's the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
There is, I mean, your phone about to die?
It is dead.
Oh, perfect. So I don't know, man. Like, I mean, they finally get they make them these little flag things for, helping them get ready to fight and everything, during like a ceremony. And I mean, a lot of the,
Does it end?
No, we're getting another movie.
Are we?
Zack Snyder said there could be. He says there's going to be 4 to 6 of them.
I thought it was a 1 and 2.
I will tell you. Spoilers for anybody.
How many have they made already?
2.
Just the 2.
Yes, but there's at least going to be a third because they end the movie. You know she's in trouble because she killed the princess.
Right.
That's essentially the plot. Well, you at the last scene of this is
The princess isn't actually dead.
the black guy. He tells her, he goes, the princess couldn't be killed that easy, and we're gonna go with you, and we're gonna fight the Empire and find the princess.
Right.
That's the end of the movie. So we're going on a journey with these people that are left over.
All right. Well,
The coolest character, spoilers again, gets killed. That the Asian lady that fought the giant spider in the first movie.
the ninja lady.
Yeah, you find out that she got those metal arms because she cut her arms off to put them on.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, Star Wars.
Yep. And but she dies.
Yes.
They always do that. Don't they killed Charlie Hunnam too? Stupid.
Coolest part of this entire thing is your main character girl is fighting the big bad while a ship is falling down and they're using lightsabers and they're bzz, 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 and the big bad gets murked. He gets his head cut off at the end.
All right. Well, raving review from Trey on Rebel Moon Part 2.
I'm telling you, skip the first hour and watch the last 45.
Okay.
Honestly, that's all you need to do because while everybody's at war on the ground, the big bad and the girl are fighting in the spaceship as it's coming down. Could you quit doing weird things to that microphone?
Out of my life.
But we're getting a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth.
Okay. So excited. So what's the official review, Trey?
Oh shit, this is tough. Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's not bad enough for kicking the shin because of the last 45. I'm gonna go not across the room. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's all I
right.
got for you guys for as far as premieres go.
Well, as a caveat, obviously throughout the episode, Trey, you've heard I've not said shit because I've been traveling for work.
I just like I told everybody before. You just got off an
And
airplane.
I have not been able to watch anything because of my time restraints. But next time I'll come back, I'm at least going to see 3 movies in the theaters
Yeah.
over the next 2 weeks, so I will have some stuff. All right, Trey, you ready for the last segment?
How we can do that?
You'll figure it out.
Okay.
When the world needed direction,
It called upon its last hope.
2 brothers.
One studio.
Hard to Entertain is proud to present Flashback.
Flashback.
Finally got a fucking thingy transition.
That's right.
So I'm just going to talk about how my flashback.
I can sync this to that, I think.
All right, well, we're waiting. It's the telecast.
Oh, it says I need to. Okay, I got this.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, never mind. I don't know how to do that.
Do what?
To connect to that.
What do you mean?
I was gonna stream my.
Yeah, you just
Video.
gotta turn it on. It's just Bluetooth.
Okay, I'll try it again.
Just turn on Bluetooth. Go to scan and see if you see telecast.
Telecast. Let's see. I'll find it. Anyways, so go ahead
Oh,
and.
I don't know if I have to do anything on this. Maybe I had to do something.
Yeah.
I don't remember because it's been a while since It's none of these, so it's not picking it up. All right.
Okay. Give me a brief rundown of yours.
So Trey. You have to. Let's see. No, hold on, Trey. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay. It's not gonna let me do it while we're recording. Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
people. You're gonna get a different version, which
Yeah. We're
will be me.
It's gonna be
say-
charades on this.
It's a movie, Trey,
Okay.
that came out in 2018, 19, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Starring
Yes.
Miles Teller.
Okay.
He's a up and coming boxer who unexpectedly wins the world championship fight
Okay.
belt, and then while going out to celebrate with his friend, they get hit by a car, and he breaks his neck.
Yeah, I know. It's like Unbreakable or something like that.
Nope,
Yeah, I know what it is though. Yeah, but no, I don't know the name of
Okay.
it.
it's called Bleed for This.
Ah.
This is a story that's just like I said. It's got Miles Teller in it. It's not super old. It's it's like a comeback story. Kim Kardashian.
Hey.
And he essentially is a boxer who fought at 142. His big thing at the beginning of the movie, he fights Floyd Mayweather's dad, Roger Mayweather.
Okay.
Or is that his uncle? Either way. And loses to him. And so he finds a new trainer who says, hey, you're depleting yourself by losing so much weight. You're going to go up. And so he goes up 2 weight classes. He wins the championship. Like I said, he gets hit by a car, breaks his neck, and then he wants to come back and fight again. And they say, well, you're not even going to walk. So he trains, gets back, and his comeback fight is, I'm sure, as you're not a boxing fan, he fights Robert Duran, which is he was a really big fighter back in the day. They call him the Hands of Stone.
Okay.
Which he has a movie about as well. And so it's like set in the 80s. It's really it's interesting. It's not bad at all. It's got a little funniness. Aaron Urquhart's in it. I'll give it a high 5. It was good. It was good. I like Miles Teller. So it's on HBO if you want to give it a go.
Okay.
All right, Trey.
All right, you ready for this?
Don't be reading the synopsis. I want it from your dome piece.
I'm not.
Look at you cheating. I can see you reading it. What are you talking about?
I'm just checking what year it came out.
Oh, fucking liar. Look at
Okay.
you. How long does it say to see what year? It's year, and then put your phone down. You lying ass bitch.
Okay, this movie came out in 1994.
Okay, then why did it take you so long to read 1994?
Because I wanted to.
You're reading the synopsis.
I
so you
wanted
cheat.
the actors.
No, that's off the top of the
Okay.
dome, Trey. You cheating ass piece of shit.
Luke Perry.
You just read it. How can you forget?
Luke Perry's in it.
Oh, God, I mean, it's terrible.
One of the Baldwin brothers.
Okay.
And it's about cowboys.
Luke Perry Cowboys. Hey, keep going.
It's the story of Lane Frost, an up and coming cowboy who wins the world championship bull riding 3 times in a row, and is
6 seconds.
8 seconds. 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
That's how long
Is
you
that
have
the
to
one with
ride.
the bald? I thought that was Heath Ledger.
No,
Oh,
Luke
that's
Perry.
Luke Perry, huh?
Yep. It's he retires
Yeah,
and
Mom watched that shit all the time.
then and does one last bull ride for charity and gets killed by a bull.
Killed. He gets gored, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So
It was like a big thing. Like,
it was Stephen Baldwin, and it's I think it's a pretty good movie. I mean, if you watch it,
you gotta like cowboys. It's heavy on the love story though.
it is. You get to see his the ladies being around these world champion cowboys, and he gets married and his wife's not around, and
I think it's pretty big. Cowboying is still pretty big, like bull riding and, and bucking. I just not in the scene.
Yeah.
What is it called? PRB.
Yep.
You know, funny. One of the old UFC fighters, Donald Cerrone.
It's PBR.
PBR.
Pro bull riding.
He's a psycho and went and did it.
Who?
Donald Cerrone. He's a UFC fighter. He used to be a UFC fighter. Donald. His nickname was Cowboy Cerrone.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, I know. I've heard of this guy. Yeah.
He's the one that fought. His last fight was against Conor McGregor. Was it his last fight? Maybe it wasn't his last fight, but he was the one that got knocked out by Conor McGregor's shoulder.
Oh.
And then clinched with Conor McGregor, hit him a bunch on the shoulders. But okay, what's your rating on this?
I mean,
And why is it named 8 seconds?
it's because that's how long you have to ride on a bull to finish.
There you go.
I
usually finish in 8 seconds too.
There you go. And you're riding the bull too.
That's right.
All right. I would go probably go Knuckle Bump.
Okay.
It's a good cowboy story, but it's not. It's more of a love story.
Yeah.
The bull riding is secondary.
That's why you watch on your phone. You hit the 10-second button, the 10-second button, 10-second button.
It's the love story between Elaine Frost and his wife, and the camaraderie he gets with the boys that he rides with in his truck.
Okay.
So
A bonus movie.
yes,
If you have a second to watch it, I think it's really good. I watched it just while I was on the plane. I downloaded it.
Okay.
It was called Worth.
okay.
It is it's starring Birdman.
look it
What's
up
his,
for
no,
you.
no, Birdman.
Birdman.
Batman.
Oh, okay.
Michael Keaton.
Yes.
And basically his job as a lawyer is to help settle wrongful death cases in major tragedies.
Okay.
and so he picks up the 9/11 case.
Oh.
So he's got to. The government comes to him and says, "Hey, if all these people go after the airlines for suits because they didn't have proper security," essentially what they're saying,
right.
and the government, that all the airlines will be bankrupt because it's like 2,000 whatever people,
Yeah.
and each of them gets a couple $1 million. Then it said that it would bankrupt them.
So Stanley Tucci and
Yeah, Stanley
Michael
Tucci.
Keaton.
Yep. And so it's about him having to get at least 80% of the people's families to agree to the settlement, the first of its kind ever by basically the it's funny, everyone talked about the bailouts in 2008 with
Yeah.
Obama. This is essentially the same thing with
They're
but with
bailing out the airlines.
So because basically the government put the money aside and said, well, we'll give you the money, and I think they get it half. It was like half and half.
Wow.
But it was interesting because at first he like comes up with a formula. Basically he says this is what your person's worth.
It's like $8 million.
It's something like it varies from person to person, and so people were very offended because like, well, how you whatever. And so essentially they decide to, instead of doing the formula, they blah blah blah, and it's just it's like a courtroom
a lot
kind
of drama.
yeah. And it's interesting because his law firm got so good at it because of that.
Yeah.
They've handled like every like mass tragedy since,
That's crazy.
like the Sandy Hook.
I love Michael Keaton.
It's super interesting. So it's on Netflix. Give it a go if you have a chance. I enjoyed it a lot.
What would you rate that?
High five for sure.
Oh.
That's good. All right.
All right, everybody. So thanks. I know it's a little shorter than usual.
Yeah, next week Brandon will have shit to talk about.
Bust it out. 2
yeah.
weeks from now, let's go, baby.
Let's go, baby. All right, see you guys next
See you
week.
guys.
See you on the fucking medias, social medias, bitches.
Yeah, catch it.
Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey. Take it away, boys.